So we're going to talk about. We don't really talk about swatting that much, and the practice of swatting is pretty despicable. It's when you call in a fake fake. Someone has a gun, you call up, and they send the SWAT team to break down your door. Usually, they've done it to competitive gamers or gamers playing each other. You do it to them by getting their address via IP. It's a really bad situation, but I guess it happened on Twitch publicly lately.
And what bothers me about it is, it's one of those things. So, apparently it was a joke, and
it was a live swatting.
It was a live swatting
on Twitch,
and what it was, according, the guy's name just escapes me. But what it was is he was finishing a stream, and he thought it would be hilarious.
Trick2g.
Yeah. And he thought it would be hilarious to stage a fake swatting at the end of the cast. Now, the excuse that these people came up with was that it was supposed to be obvious because it was at the end of a cast and because it was presented in a jokey manner, which, who knows?
I watched it. It was... You could tell it wasn't... it was... so get down on the ground,
Here's my fucking problem with it. Okay. And they banned him, and then they unbanned him. And I'm not sure that I particularly agree with the unbanning. Swatting isn't really something to fucking joke about. If you get swatted, and it's a SWAT team, and they come in, and the person who calls in the swatting does a convincing enough job, animals can get shot. Family members can get shot. Mm-hmm. People can get fucking hurt. SWAT teams exist to enter hostile situations and put an end to them immediately. If you are doing anything that even remotely looks like a problem, say someone calls it in and says that you're going to murder your family, and they break in and it's a slightly dark room and you're hugging your wife and it looks like a struggle. I mean, okay. It's not just a scare tactic. You're fucking with people's literal lives.
Sure.
And jokes are jokes, but you just don't joke about something that's so damaging.
If it was totally obvious, I'm like half and half on this.
No,
if it was totally obvious this was a joke, that's one thing. I'm of the... We disagree on this. I'm of the opinion that you can joke about anything if the context is right. Absolutely anything. The context of this is strange because supposedly this guy was known for being a jokester. Like this, he had a reputation for doing shit like this. This wasn't like out of the ordinary for him to pull off something. And supposedly you could see the guys that were doing the fake swatting were guys that had appeared with him before on his Twitch cast. So anyone that was watching it wasn't probably like, holy shit, they knew it was a joke.
I'm not saying you can't joke about anything. My issue is this, that there are people who could... I mean, if it was like a bumbling-ass cop walking in with a squirt gun, fine. But there could have been people that were legitimately fearful for someone's life.
Sure. Which, if it's performance... Here's the thing. I'm not familiar enough to know what this guy does as quote-unquote his performers are.
No, I'm just
I have no idea what he does.
Swatting in general and joking in general... I believe you can joke about anything, but you don't joke about things that can literally get someone hurt.
Okay, what it comes down to is this. Did he, in terms of getting banned or not, did he violate the terms of service of Twitch? That's what I don't know. I don't know the Twitch terms of service to know if he violated it.
I don't know.
This was a reaction. Twitch banned him. They unbanned him in a day or two or whatever. He has a ton of viewers. People know who he was. Maybe Twitch was realizing we can't lose this guy to go to the YouTube. YouTube starting up there, YouTube Gaming, which they did a live event, which was very successful. That they just ran. They said people said it was run beautifully. Maybe they want to make sure people don't go over to there. Maybe they realized that they overreacted. I don't know what the good solution is. Maybe you suspend them for a week, 2 weeks, do something like that, and then you get the message across that way.
Sure.
A ban. Maybe that was a little bit too much.
Let me put it this way. I guess I'm not really so much commenting on this particular situation as much as I am on the idea of joking about swatting in general. Maybe this one was obvious. I don't want people to be like, you don't know the fucking situation. Fine, but I still think it's fucked up to a degree.
He released a statement after Team2g. Is that his name? Team2g?
No, Team2g is the team, and then he has his
Okay,
own
so
name.
he's Trick2g.
Yeah.
Okay. They said to take that stream ending serious is absurd. Trick was laughing. The person used was not in disguise and was the same person who was on the stream all day yesterday setting up cameras and assisting the stream. The ending was scheduled for 3 p.m., which again, if a thought process was used in any way, one would know that a SWAT team would not wait until the end of a stream to engage. We don't have to always be politically correct to have a sense of humor. We don't have to hide the fact that we think something is funny simply because someone might not.
I don't think that that's a matter of political correctness.
Well, it's a matter of just when does a joke go too far?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think. I mean, that implies that swatting is funny. I don't think swatting is funny.
No, but no. There's a lot of things that aren't funny though. You can make a joke about though. You can make a joke about people that are racist, and racists aren't funny. But you can make a joke about it, and it can be funny. Again, it's all about the context and what you're presenting.
And I think the context for this is different than that.
Sure, because you're saying this could be real harm that's clear and present danger.
Yes.
Okay, I mean,
and honestly, if it's the guy who was if it was the guy who was helping and he wasn't in costume, and I mean, then that's obviously fucking within the realm of just joking around.
Say this,
I'll
though.
admit that.
I'll say this though.
Huh.
It's in Twitch's best interest though, after this, to, if this wasn't in their terms of service before, to explicitly state this sort of shit they don't want to do, and then no one will try it again. Because if it explicitly says you can't do anything that has people holding fake guns, real guns, whatever, showing any sort, you know what I mean? Like, there's rules even for porn that you can't do shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if there's a rule for that, you can do rules for this, that, and don't ask me why I know rules of porn, but there's rules that you're not allowed to show certain content on.
Pat has a second house up in the valley.
I'm taking some couch applications right now. So all right, well, there you go. Game on, I guess. I don't know what to say else about that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Trick2g.
I guess I overreacted to a degree. It just doesn't sit well with me.